What is up, you guys? And it's me here, and welcome back to another video. In today's video, we are going to be talking about Avatar: The Way of Water. Now, before we get into it, you guys are gonna probably be like, "Wait, you don't really talk about YouTube. You don't talk about movies on your channel. What are you talking about?" Calm down, okay? You need to calm down. But anyway, let's get into it. With all of that aside, now The Way of Water. We're gonna be talking about the bad things first, because obviously this might actually be one of the greatest movies I've ever seen during this decade. Yeah, I'm not even joking around. This might have been this good of a movie, but it did have its issues. First one, explaining why there is no explain of why the guy in the first movie. By the way, spoilers in the movie, of course, but there were no reason of telling like this the villain in the last movie. Sorry, I don't know what his name is, but apparently there was an experiment where he was gonna be with an avatar, and I'm like, that's such bullcrap. Also, there's actually other problems as well, and you're like, wow, this movie has this much problems, but yet this movie is like, you say it's actually one of the best movies of the decade? Sheesh. Okay, yeah, I get it. These problems are going to be problems, but let's continue. Also, I hate these annoying freaking characters of being bullies, absolute bullies to this character for like a bit of a movie. And also, I also hated the first 5 minutes of the movie. I was absolutely bored out of my mind and confused. Like, we were talking about people getting raised, and then like 5 minutes later, we're talking about people just, onto the planet. And I'm like, you're making the movie go a little too fast, sir. You need to talk about a little bit more about your son, if you know what I mean. And that is so frustrating about this movie. Because this movie, I'm not gonna lie, this might have been one of my favorite movies of all time. If just that part was so much more longer than it should have been, introducing children in the movie. Obviously, I would love to see that. But yeah, that's kind of all the problems I have about this movie. So yeah. Now, oh my god, I don't even know where to start. This is probably again might be the top 5 best movie I have ever seen. And honestly, I had my doubts before I watched it. I was thinking, oh, it might be average. Oh, it might be decent. I wasn't expecting the movie to be this good. Honestly, I don't even know if this is better than the prequel or not. By the way, I will be making another video about that. What? Alright. But, yeah. But the best part about the movie is the emotional moments in this movie. Oh my god. This is like the best emotional moments movie I have ever seen. Yeah, even Toy Story 3. And I've watched that movie, I don't know, about 6-7 times. This movie literally accomplished something that none other movie has ever done. And that is to almost make me cry. That's insane. Okay, let me talk about the first one. Actually, there's like 2 moments in this movie that are just insane. Or 3. Maybe 3. I don't know. But the first one is where this stepdaughter, I should say, meets her actual mother, because it was the mother that died from a shot, kind of sacrificed, herself for, well, the Avatar life. But yeah, and also afterwards he gets a seizure. What? Oh yeah. But and the second moment, the son, which I don't remember if it's the oldest or the youngest. I can't quite remember. I think it was the oldest. He freaking dies. He dies from literally. And by the way, correct me if I'm wrong, but I never ever saw a gunshot fired during the movie. I get it. Bullets are supposed to be super fast. But could you at least shown us that he was gotten shot? Like, I'm like, wait, what? This man got shot? But, I mean, I was kind of predicting it. Also, I predicted it that he was going to die after the gunshot. But, damn, the way he died was so satisfying. I mean, like, it's so satisfying. Like, seriously. He dies mid-sentence. Yes, mid-sentence. About Dad, and then it just cuts. That's great. Like, that's got to be one of the most saddest deaths I've ever seen. Because usually in, let's say, like a kid's movie, which is what I usually watch, by the way, usually people, get to say their sentence and then they die. Unless it's the Lego movie. I'm not joking. It's the only one I've ever seen that someone got cut off mid-sentence. Or I should say mid-paragraph in that regard. But that's just so insane. And then the most emotional moment about this movie was the ceremony of the movie. And I'm like, oh my God. Well, the body thing, yeah, it wasn't really that emotional. But when they freaking see him as his, like, young child form, it was just like, oh my God, this movie is so freaking good. Obviously, I think the best part about the movie is easily the ending of the movie. Yeah, the beginning is pretty slumpy. The mid adds some bit of a buff moments here and there, but the ending was just so good. Oh yeah, and by the way, this is also the best movie that has an ending. Like, the best ending I've ever seen out of any movie. Any movie. So yes, I'm including Toy Story 3, which I actually thought was the best ending out of every movie. This movie ending is like 3 times better than Toy Story 3's, which I thought was the now is the second best. Yeah, that's pretty insane. And God, it's so amazing. I also do have a little bit of an issue is why in the frick do these boys look the exact... Okay, there are a couple issues that I haven't even talked about yet. One is I cannot tell what between the father and the sons. I can't even tell between the sons either, especially the sons. I could barely tell anything between them. I am sorry, but you gotta make it a little more obvious. Sorry. And then the other thing is, why are you leaving the hostels alive? It's stupid. I'm like, you wanted revenge for freaking Jake. Why are you not killing the hostel? Like, seriously, I'm not joking. At the end of the movie, you could have probably had everybody killed except the wife of the Jake's family. I'm not really joking around. And yeah. And also, apparently, the father had a son, but then he's also apparently a stepson all of a sudden. But yeah. And also, another thing I hate about this movie as well is why the frick is this side decide to save him? Yeah, I won't be too surprised there's going to be an Avatar 3. Oh God, I'm actually kind of scared about that if that's true, which that's probably going to be. Like, honestly, I mean, the fact that this movie exists for me, it's ridiculous, and this is one of my favorite movies of all time. Oh yeah, I didn't get the chance to even talk about some other things, which I thought was really cool. The like the fact, like, people, like, it also tells you the story about people being outcasts. For example, the whale was so, awesome. I literally enjoyed him much. Like, I love the whale so much. Obviously, it wasn't my favorite character. It was Jake. But obviously, also another problem. I'm sorry, I haven't talked about all these problems yet. But we barely, and let me say this correctly, we barely saw the father during the entire film. I get it was supposed to be like around with the family, so I wasn't expecting him to have too much screen time. But he had about 15, 20-ish minutes. And I'm like, are you freaking serious? Like, this guy was the main character of the freaking first movie. You should not... Like, honestly, I'm not even going to joke. the side characters, which should be side characters, have more screen time than the main character of the first movie. That's kind of bullcrap, and I don't really enjoy that. But yeah, I mean the sides were like they were fine. I really did like them, especially the stepdaughter one. I really do enjoy her. Like just the fact she was like just like this person that knows everything right away. I mean, it really gives you vibes of that original woman. Obviously, doesn't die in this movie, of course. But yeah, this is it's just incredible to see how good. Also, another thing I even forgot about some of the other really good things, or I should say, great things about the movie, is the score and the animation. Obviously, of course, I was also watching this in 3D, which makes the graphics 5 times more easier, and it might actually just be better in general in 3D. But God, though, you can't still not complain about the graphics. This is the best looking graphics I have ever seen out of any. And let me say this again: any movie. I understand it's pretty obvious. I mean, it's the recent movie I've actually watched, but just damn, such a freaking good movie, and I really hope this comes to Disney Plus. I'll be pissed. Let me explain this. I'll be super angry if this does not come into Disney Plus. I'll be super mad because obviously this is going to be a movie I want to watch over and 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 over again. Obviously, already right now, I would love to watch the movie again. I'm not even joking around. So yeah, please Disney Plus, please add Avatar, The Way of the Water into the just into Disney Plus, please, please, I beg you. But yeah, I would love to see this movie into Disney Plus, and also it would be more easier to compare Avatar, the original one, and then Avatar: The Way of the Water. Obviously, I also have a little bit of a problem as well, which is the end. What a little issue with the ending. Why does there gotta be a third movie now? I mean, there might not be a third movie, but it's gonna be kind of stupid if there isn't. Kind of like the Incredibles 2 ending. I don't know why they left off in kind of a cliffhanger, not gonna lie, where let's say for example, like the robbers come and then all that stuff. I think it's kind of stupid, not gonna lie. Why are we not just like okay? I don't want to say that Incredibles too harshly because this is obviously also one of my favorite movies as well. Well, not top 5, but again, I really just didn't like that. The fact that the villain was still alive. I thought he was actually gonna die or I don't know, go to hell or something. Because obviously I hate this character and I wish he could go kick himself off a cliff. But it was also a million times his height. Yes, I'm not joking. I want him to experience a very slow but painful death. Which is good because I want him. But also another thing I don't like about this movie, which I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. So you could say it's kind of in the middle. Why do you gotta put the villain so freaking aggressive in this movie? I mean, I get it, like, like you freaking died. Like, I get it. Like, I mean, obviously, if you died and you got the chance to relive, you would obviously want to kill the person. Obviously. It's not even a question. But here's the issue that I have is why are you doing things like, I don't know, killing whales or trying to kill kids or, well, killing kids is pretty obvious, but killing the environment, burning entire village, like, come on. I understand that, like, that Lord Shen from Kung Fu Panda 2 did end up actually doing kind of the exact same thing, but she also destroyed species. But also, here's another thing that she technically also does have. Well, she is a little more nicer if you compare it to him. Because, okay, I get it. There are, they are pretty similar characters. And, okay, but Lord Shen didn't really kill them right away, which that's something that is very interesting. While the other guy, which again, sorry, I don't know what his name is, he actually is not going to hesitate to kill him. Lord Shen, there would be slight limitation. And also, when she loses, she kind of almost gave up, and she didn't, of course, but he never gave up until the fight was over, which obviously he lost, of course, and also another thing I wanted to talk about with the ending is that it literally replays the ending of Avatar 2, which obviously I was kind of curious to see what is this movie kind of about. I knew in the trailers that it was gonna be son, there's he has kids now and the people are coming back, but I wasn't expecting the main villain to come back. Which obviously I don't really know what the biggest problem in the movie really is. I think probably the biggest problem is probably the side characters kids' life, not teen life, doesn't get flushed out that much. Really, it did not get flushed out that much. But yeah, obviously I will give this movie a solid 8.5. I would love to give this movie a 9 or even a 10 out of 10. But there's just too many issues in the movie that don't make it at least a 9 out of 10. So yeah, but obviously I will be talking about probably Avatar 1 if I end up actually deciding to watch it. But yeah, but anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video whenever this freaking comes out, or Happy New Year's, because I don't know, I might just be in a hiatus for another 6 days, and then you're not gonna hear me until, I don't know, never. But yeah, peace.